What's good, YouTube? It's K Skills back with another video, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about all Valorant updates in today's patch. Make sure that you like and subscribe for any Valorant tips and tricks or Valorant updates. Without further ado, make sure you subscribe and let's get into the video. So I got some good news for all my competitive players out there that are so eager to play into ranked mode. Ranked will be coming this week, but it will not release as soon as the update releases. They said they'll release it when everything is stable. So make sure you guys stay on the lookout. And if you guys want a video on the different tiers of competitive mode, make sure you like and subscribe and have that bell clicked. Moving on to the other updates, we have gameplay changes, and the first changes we're going to get into is Omen. Now, a lot of people don't play Omen, but you may play Omen, so this may apply to you. So Omen now immediately becomes vulnerable and no longer appears dark after he leaves his alternate shadow form. So you know Omen's ult, when he ults, he'll be in a state where you can shoot him and it'll send him back to wherever he teleported from. So now he's vulnerable, and that means he can just pull his weapon out and shoot. And also he'll have a cooldown to where you'll be able to shoot him and he can't shoot you. But this may play in a weird way, we don't know yet. We're just gonna have to see and find out. Riot's reasoning behind this, they said if you were to find an Omen teleporting in, it was often confusing when you should shoot him to get the kill versus sending him back. This change is to both account for an invulnerability bug and score some extra points of clarity. And the next changes of Omen, basically you have to be closer to Omen when he's teleporting to echolocate where he is. So they just want to make sure it's kind of balanced to where, okay, he's vulnerable, but we're not going to make it easy for you to find him, if you guys understand what I mean. So for the next agent changes, we will be talking about Sage and her changes. So Sage's barrier orb will only spawn a chunk of the barrier if it's supported by the ground. This means sometimes it will only spawn 2 barrier chunks. I'm not too sure what this means. I don't know how to interpret this because I haven't used the gameplay, but I'll go in the game and try to understand and figure it out. But if you guys understand this interpretation, let me know down in the comment section. Still talking about Sage's barrier orb, her barrier orb can no longer be placed on small pieces of geometry. It must be placed on the ground on top of the boxes. Still regarding the wall, Riot actually made changes to boosting with the wall. So they don't want you to get in high places with the wall. They do like you guys using the wall to get in those unexpected places. You will still be able to get into those unexpected places, but I don't think you'll be able to get as high as you did before, because I don't think Riot sees that as fair. So they made changes to that. Hopefully it's not a big deal in the community and no one makes a fuss about it, because I feel like it's kind of balanced now. And because there was a lot of Sages getting in those places where it was those weird angles where you can't really do anything. So hopefully this is a balanced change and we'll just see how it plays out. So Riot doesn't really go into detail too much with these next updates, but basically Omen is getting updated visuals and so is Breach. So I'm not too sure what they will look like, but there's a lot of leaks around Omen and I'm not too sure if they're true. I'll try to add some pictures in here to get you guys a concept, but don't really expect that to be in the game when you load in. Moving on, we're going to be talking about map updates and changes. So curtains were added to the top of double doors on Haven to stop Sage from wall boosting up and getting that angle where players could only see her head but she can see your whole body, which I felt was really OP, and I feel like Riot is listening and making things balanced, so I appreciate that. Moving on to the other updates, they fixed the issue with Cypher's camera being placed on the Haven A main boxes. Not too sure if you guys knew, but Cypher had this OP trick where he could put the camera in between the 2 boxes and enemies couldn't see or shoot it and they would get shot by the tracking dart. The rest of the map updates are just changes to visuals and places where people could exploit. So moving forward, we got changes to the HUD and UI. So we got new directional damage indicator visuals, new low health and low ammo visuals. The other updates and changes are for you to understand and communicate better with your team when you're looking at your mini map, or understanding who has their ultimate ability, or maybe even pinging now. So make sure that you guys look at these changes, understand these changes. I will put them on the screen right now. So make sure you look at them, use them, because they're there for a reason and they can actually be pretty helpful to you. Something that I thought was huge in this update was that when players would load into a custom match, there wouldn't be an ability to leave the match. So players would try to restart their game, but it will put you back into the custom match. So you would have to play the custom match fully. Now they added the ability to abandon the custom match, allowing you to leave, which is really good because it can help you go into the match, learn those maps, and not have to sit there and play the whole game out by yourself, which was actually pretty repetitive. So I know a lot of you had this issue where when you take someone's agent, they'll just sit there and let the time run out, and then it will put you into a new match. So in this new update, players will be penalized for that. So make sure that if someone takes your agent, you're not just sitting there trying to wait it out so you getting put into a new match so you can get your agent, because now you're going to be penalized for that. Also, you're penalized already for leaving a match and quitting. So make sure that you guys don't make those mistakes and do those things, because you will be penalized. One thing that I found interesting in this patch was that for all shotguns, they moved the crosshairs center dot. And I don't know how this would look, but I'll try to get some gameplay and add it in here. Hopefully this change doesn't make shotguns too OP, because I feel like shotguns are at a balanced state right now. They're not too OP, but they're not that bad. So there were a lot of bug fixes that I don't really want to talk about because it would drag the video out longer, but I will put them on the screen right now. So basically there was a lot of bug fixes with Phoenix, Viper, Cypher, and a lot of other things that I found very interesting. But let's actually talk about shotguns, since we're on the topic talking about their crosshairs. So they actually did an update to the Bucky's alternate fire, and they actually made it do hit scan damage. So previously it was a projectile which you could kill someone after they kill you, but now it's hit scan. So I'll try to see how this works, because there's a lot of changes with shotguns in this update. So I'll make sure I'll try to add some clips or gameplay of this. So make sure that you guys like and subscribe for any other tips, tricks, or Valorant updates. I will keep you guys posted, and make sure you follow my socials so you know when I post a video. And that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.